Everyone knows, of course, Hillary's belief that it takes a village, which only makes sense, after all, in places like Haiti, where she's taken a number of them.
Everyone knows, of course.
What's up? Okay. All right. You clicked on this video. We're going to look at some Vivek Ramaswamy's. And I'm doing this because I think it's worth taking a look at. You know, I think that Trump's the guy for the job here. I don't think Vivek's chances of becoming president are that, you know, and I think he understands this as well. In this video that I'm going to show you, Alex Jones interviews him, and they break down some of the talking points of what's going on and how Vivek feels about things. And I can say I don't disagree with what he's saying. So with open eyes, we're just going to look at stuff. So let me get out of the way. We'll start this video up. We'll fire off what's going on here. And I've taken, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. I've actually broken it down into some segments here. Let me see if I can't get this fired up here. And
so I'm not God, and I am not going to. Only one person knows the future, and only one entity knows the future, and that's God. But I can tell you, I'm not people say this conspiracy theorizing. I start with facts, Alex.
Okay, so there he is there. Now, I'm going to get to the 14-minute mark here. 14-minute mark is where he talks about Trump and how he feels about Trump. This is pretty good. Let's see if I can get this right here.
Any individual, we've lived a good life, and the easy thing for me to do would be to go, buy a vacation house instead of an apartment in Des Moines.
So what do we do about it? What do we do about it?
But I think we have an obligation. So many people will ask me why I support so many of Trump's policies. I respect the heck out of Trump. We respect each other. Why am I running in the race that Trump is running? Why don't you just endorse Trump? I get questions like this. Open your eyes, people, because that's actually the plot that they've laid out. Whatever we can do to make sure that the alternative exists to take our America First movement to the next level, that's what we owe it to the country to do. So for my part, I will stay in this till the very end. I think that this is not the way I want to see it play out. I've done more than any other candidate in this Republican primary.
I think what you're saying is
this.
You need to be Trump's main challenger, not Haley, and I 100% agree with that, because it's almost like if you were his vice president, that would mean they never kill Trump because they're just as scared of you or more. So what you're saying is you're like almost Trump's shadow candidate or his VP already, even if he doesn't pick you as the VP. I think what you're saying is you need to be fired up and so strong as a close second that then they won't know what to do, because then they got two targets.
So right there is that's pretty. I have not heard any candidate speak on level. Now, I've listened to other content creators, and it is a genius tactic to run onto those premises, because I think Ron DeSantis would have probably benefited if he had decided to go that route with his popularity and his notoriety from where he is governor of Florida. If he would have ran under those circumstances, like under what he's doing, that would have probably gotten Ron DeSantis a lot further along in his career. So this could be just a really well played tactic. But however, with what he says about different establishments, 3-letter agencies, we'll get into that in just a second. That's nobody's talking like that. I don't know. So only thing I'm doing is I'm just kind of raising awareness of what Vivek Ramaswamy is talking about. So you're probably going to start hearing a little bit more out of him. Let me show you real quick here. Let me get back to the video part here, and I've got this wrote down on my hand. I wrote down timestamps on my hand. Okay, so one last little segment of this right here. This is this mark here. Let me just see what we got here. Let me see.
Mass firings, you got to actually.
Let's see.
Not another one. And I think at a certain point, these movements, they tend to be led by the next generation. There's a reason why I'm the only candidate in this race. Not Trump, DeSantis, or anybody else. And I respect the hell out of Trump, but if we're talking about taking this to the next level, we got to talk about not just replacing Christopher Wray. We need to shut down the FBI, and I've offered a clear plan and a commitment to actually do it. We can't just incrementally reform the deep state, fire 75% of them right out of the gate. Mass firings, you got to actually effectively level the apparatus. You got to start on day one. Day one pardons. I'll pardon Trump on day one. I'll pardon every peaceful J6 protester on day one. I'll pardon Julian Assange, to Douglas Mackey, to Owen Schroyer, to anybody else who was the victim of a politically motivated persecution through prosecution. Get that done on day one. Ronna McDaniel needs to step aside as this stooge running the RNC. Go to list by list. The vaccine manufacturers have this special liability shield that protects them from being sued. When every other manufacturer, if they sold you something that harms you, you could sue them. You can't do that to a vaccine manufacturer, and that protects those who actually made the COVID vaccine. Well, that's not justice. That's crony capitalism. But the thing I'm saying, Alex, is what's interesting is at this moment right now in this presidential race, why am I the only candidate who can say any of those things, from shutting down the FBI to stripping the vaccine manufacturers of their special liability exemptions, to getting Ronna McDaniel out of the RNC chair seat, to telling the climate change agenda is a hoax, that the carbon capture pipeline in Iowa is unconstitutional?
Let me throw something in here.
I'll tell you why.
Go ahead and tell us why.
So, like, wow, those are some heavy words, heavy duty words. And I'm for Trump. But what I'm saying is like, just keep your eyes on Vivek and what's going on around him and what he's talking like, and see, we'll just see. Nobody's really bringing anything out, and I just figured, hey, because they were talking about it, they don't trust Vivek, don't trust Vivek. Well, great. I'm totally aware of that, and all I'm saying is just watch, though. Let's just not completely keep our eyes shut. There might be more to meets the eye about the dude. Maybe, and I'm not, say I'm for Trump 100%. But it'd be nice to see a collaboration take place, and we may need to accept that. And maybe it won't be that bad. Can't be. Nikki Haley? I mean, there's that possibility they would try to do that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how this works. But, there are probably conditions that they would want to set for, Trump, we'll let you run, but you're going to have to do it like this. And so I don't know. This would be quite interesting to see how this plays out. So if you like the video, if you like what we're doing here, just please hit that like, subscribe, and share. And y'all, guys, you take it easy and have a wonderful day. Be live later on. I'm going to do a live at 6 p.m. North Carolina time on a friend of mine's channel. There will be an advertisement in the community post, and we have a lot of fun. We'll talk about all kind of stuff. Have a good rest of the day. Take it easy. I'm out.